Hi everyone, my name is Madia Ivanova and today I'll be presenting on few topics which are part of the web characteristics. The first topic is the web graph. What is the web graph? So as you know, many of you are using Google and are using search engines, but actually how does that process works on the back end and what it consists of? So the static web itself consists of static HTML pages that can be viewed as directed graph with the hyperlinks between the static pages. So imagine that page A is a static page that leads to another page, which is page B. So this one will be a node, this one will be another node, and this link in between will be the hyperlink pointing one page to another. So the set of all of those pages creates the directed graph. So here, if you look at that example, imagine that this is your mini version of the web and you have pages pointing one to another. Then the hyperlinks that are coming into a page are called inlinks here. Also, they're called in degree. The pages that are pointing out of the page, though, like this one, going from D to E, will be the outlinks of your graph, or it will be called also out degree. So in the example here, you have labeled pages A to F, where page B, if you take page B, and you try to calculate the degree, the in degree will be 3 because you have 3 links coming in and you have 1 link going out here, so the out degree will be 1. So here 1, 1, 1. When you sum those up here, it becomes 3 for the in degree and then 1 for the out degree. So these degrees are important because they're used to determine the page rank, which actually determines your search result output. But then coming to the distribution of those links into the web, it's widely reported to follow a power law, where the total number of web pages with in degree I, in this case, is proportional to 1 over I to the power of alpha, where the alpha is known to be 2.1 based on researches. What is the shape of the structure of the web? So this one is interesting. It has a shape of a bow tie. So the structure of the web, talking about the in components, the out components, and the strongly connected component in between, actually creates a bow tie. So there are 3 major categories of web pages, and those are the pages that are referred as in-out and the ones that are in the strongly connected component. So most web pages fall into one of those 3 categories. However, you have remaining set of pages that are falling into the tube representation. These are set of pages outside of the strongly connected component that are directly leading from the in component to the out component. And then you have the tendrils here. These are either led from nowhere, from the in component, they're going nowhere, or from nowhere or dark web, however you want to call it, they're going to the out component. And here you can see a little bit different representation of the same concept and how it looks like with the interlinks. So when we talk about the spam in the web, it's important to mention that we don't talk about specifically the spam related to emails. It has completely different meaning. We're talking about the manipulation of web page content for the purpose of appearing high up in the search results for selected keywords. This is what we call spam. So usually that spam can be solutioned legally through paid inclusion. So paid inclusion is called the model of paying to have one's web page included in the search engine's index. So every search engine has its own paid inclusion policy and of course model that could impact the ranking search results. So for example, Google, they have their product that is open to every bidder, where you can bid on specific keywords related to your website and if you pay higher, your web page for that specific term will be ranked in the highest level. So here's some spam techniques that are being used. This one has been used mainly in the past, the frequency spoofing. So in a search engine whose scoring was based on term frequencies, the spammers would include related words and repeat them many times in the website content. So this one is really about repeating related words on a page, and some more sophisticated spammers, to avoid disturbing the customers, they have the search term specified on the page with the same background color, so it's actually invisible to the human eye but visible to the crawler. Another one is the clocking. So for this one, the spammer's web server returns different pages depending on whether the HTTP request comes from a web search engine or it comes from a human user's browser. So if it comes from, it has a decision component, so it asks, where you're coming from. So if you're coming from, a crawler, in this case, you're going to be served some misleading content. But if you come from a user's browser, human user's browser, then you're going to be referred to the spam content. And the last one is doorway page. So this one contains text and metadata that are carefully chosen to rank highly on selected keywords. So then when you click on that keyword, you refer to more commercial content. And the last one is click spam, clicks on sponsored search. So now coming to advertising as the economic model, you probably heard the term SEO. SEO refers to the business of attempting to decipher and really adapt to the search engine's proprietary ranking techniques and announce policies that they do not tolerate. So it's usually a term that is used by the marketing agencies to promote natural search results. So what is a banner advertisement? Talking about the advertisement model, usually those banners are a source of revenue generation, and how it works is usually the customer is charged per click or per impression. So CPM is cost per impression, CPC cost per click. Also there is a bidding model. So this type of model accepts bids per query term. So the search engine then returns the results in the order of the highest to the lowest bid of a query. And finally, it could also use the combined one, which provides pure search results based on the natural search, which is combined with paid search. So talking about advertisement, it's really crucial to think about the customer experience. So we need to understand the customer, what the customer wants. The more user traffic a web search engine can attract, the more revenue it stands to earn from sponsored search. So Google identified two main principles that helped it grow as a company at the expense specifically of its competitors. So the first one is focus on relevance. Relevance is important, so specifically precision rather than recall in the first few results. And then the second one is a user experience that is lightweight. We want to please the customer, meaning that both the search query page and the search results page are uncluttered and almost entirely textual with very few graphical elements. So the customer is able to find their search result very easily. So this is the end of my presentation, and now I want to ask the question to the audience. My question is, what is the web shaped as? And the answer is, the web is shaped as a bow tie based on research. Thank you.